Welcome back to my Karaoke Builder Studio tutorials. We're going to continue now with part 4, and we will show you a few more tips and tricks when creating a project. In our last tutorial, there was a section on one page that had B and K, and as I explained to you, this was a break for an instrumental. There are a number of ways that you can create an instrumental break within your project. It would be one page, just like your lyrics is one page, with the 4 lines. A break can be one page, or it can be created using the slides. The slideshow section we will cover a little bit later, but I'll continue on to show you how you can do that instrumental break within the file itself as a separate page. We had a page with just the letter B, a space, and then K. We are now going to replace the B with a underscore. The space we're going to replace with an underscore, and the K we're going to replace with an underscore. Now we're going to join them. And we will get rid of the spaces. Okay. Now, in our settings, styles, we have selections here of the default, the male, the female, and the other. And each one of these has their own particular color swipes, the text and the color swipe that goes with it. And as well, they have their preset font. We are going to create what we will call a progress bar, and you can create different styles for your projects. Let's select line 5 here, double click this line, and we're going to name it Progress Bar. Now what we're going to want to do is to have the same basic settings as let's say the default, which is a white line and an outline of black and a text wipe of red. For this exercise, we're going to select the progress bar. I'm going to have a white line, but we're going to change the main white line to a different color. Now to do that, we're going to choose a color in the palette, and we're going to slightly adjust it. And seeing as I'm preferential to green, we're going to get a lighter shade of green that we will use. There it is there. Now this will be the main bar. And for the outline, we are going to choose another color, and we can change any one of these blacks. Let's change it to a lighter shade, or a little darker green yet. Okay. And that will be our outline. And it will be wiped the same as our default. It'll be wiped in red. Okay, so now we have our progress bar. Going back to the track and to the line and the page that we have our instrumental break, We are now going to go to the style with that line selected. Click on the progress bar. And as you can see, there it is. Now to see how it shows up within the project, we're going to click Edit. Go into the Edit module, and we can see it showing up here. We're going to want to have it start page will start at this point here. This is part of the fine tuning, and we can have it showing to about this point. Now you'll see that it's going to be showing for this period of time, but the wiping ends here. We're going to want to extend that wiping, so we'll have to click the lyric sweep and select the wiping, and we will extend that line. We'll find a closer position to the end. Seeing as it's still selected, all I need to do is click Control key and hold down to that point. There it is. Now it will be wiped almost to the same length as when it's showing. Now we're going to raise this up as well to that position. Whoops, a little too far. There. Now to see, we'll just play this. Okay, now one thing we need to do, we need to fix the size of this. So let's go back to our styles and find a proper size for it. We're going to increase it dramatically. Still, we're comfortable with a size that we like. I'm going to max it out at 100. There you go. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to show on the page. Let's go back to the Edit module, increase the size of our screen, and we'll do a playback. Okay, what we have got here is not what we wanted. We're going to somehow or other we changed the size of our default, and it should be 16. There we go. Let's double check that again. I'm going down Louisiana way. Okay, so there's our progress bar. Now, if you want, you can also insert text, which will indicate the length of the progress, the instrumental break. As an example, it starts at 3:04 of the song, and it runs till this point, which is 3:28.2. So we'll get it right on the line. So that is actually a 24-second instrumental break. If you want, you can insert text on that page to indicate that length. Let's do that. To do that, to add a line, we're going to type in 20, 24. Don't worry about the size, we'll change that shortly. 24. Second. What we'll also do is we'll add in instrumental, and we're going to put our / and break those words up. Okay, let's split that. Now we need to create this as a separate line, so we'll split this as well. Now we'll split it as a line. Okay, so now we have a line of text and we have our split progress bar. Okay, between there we have now we're going to split that into another line. Okay, now to set it to default, which picks up and then we're going to select these two and we're going to set them as fixed, which means they will not be wiped. They will stay there as long as 24 seconds, or as long as the page is shown as it's set. The progress bar, as you'll see, is way down here, so we got to fix that, and all we need to do is change its position. For this exercise, I'm going to change it to -25, and there. Okay, now let's save this project to this point. We'll go back to the edit mode and just see how it all looks. I'm going down Louisiana way. Okay, now here's the reason why it didn't show up. You see, it doesn't swipe until after this, and when we made the changes to that page, this is what will occur. It shifts everything below each line. So we have to make another correction here. We have to fix up the wiping time for that bar. Now this is the other method that you can use to lengthen or shorten. Down Louisiana way. Okay, so you get the idea there. I'd like to position these two lines down a little bit more so they're a bit more centered to the page. So I'll set it at about 48. Okay. And let's save it at this point. Okay, so this is one way by which you can create a progress bar, an instrumental break bar. The other way is in the slideshow module, where you would create a CDG slide that would you insert within your file. And I'll return and show you how you work with the slideshow module.